When this man told his dog he'd bought a kitten, the Pooch's response was utterly hysterical. They'd spoken about getting a kitten before, and the man promised he'd look into it. Then, when he came home one day, the man had some news for the dog. He'd been to the pet store. The dog couldn't contain himself any longer and asked his human what he'd brought home. Yes, you read that right. The aforementioned conversation was between a man and his dog. On January 10, 2014, a video featuring a rescue dog called Clyde started doing the rounds. Grantham was no stranger to the internet either. He had previously gained some renown for a similar animal video. That one was called Ultimate Dog Tease and featured a different rescue dog. Once again, Grantham himself voiced one of his best pals and gave Clyde a hilarious personality. So if a human could have a conversation with his dog, what would they say to one another? In this case, it seems Clyde wants a new addition to the family. Apparently, Clyde's keen on a kitten friend to play with and gets very excited by his owner's news. Grantham tells Clyde that he's been to the pet store, and the look on the dog's face is priceless. In fact, Clyde is so impatient to find out what Grantham brought back that he runs for the door. But Grantham's not done toying with the excited Pooch's emotions and calls him back. Grantham reveals that Clyde has been yearning for a female tabby playmate. However, he doesn't disclose whether or not he found one at the pet store. When Grantham mentions a kitten, Clyde does a little jump for joy. I went to the pet store and I looked at the snakes, Grantham tells the dog. However, Clyde doesn't like the sound of that and sticks out his tongue in disappointment. I'm just going to go over here, Clyde says as he backs away in a sulk. Before the dog can get too disheartened, though, Grantham admits he didn't really get a snake. I took a look around, right? And I looked at the guinea pigs, Grantham says. You know what guinea pigs are, right? Clyde does, but he's still not overly impressed. He really had his heart set on a kitten. I looked at the mice, gerbils, parrots, newts, hamsters, Grantham lists, but then he mentions what Clyde wants more than anything else: kittens. With that word, Clyde gets super excited. Despite the mention of kittens, Grantham still isn't done teasing Clyde and can't resist building a little more anticipation. Clyde's human also mentions that he looked at hermit crabs. Oh, come on, Clyde shouts out. But now he's desperate to know the truth. Did he get his kitten or not? Deciding there's only one way to find out, he plays his trump card: threats. You better have gotten me a kitten or I'm going to chew this couch's arm right off, Clyde says. Ignoring Grantham's further teasing, he demands to know what's going on. To be more precise, Clyde's questions are interrupted by a little high-pitched meowing sound. What was that? The confused Clyde asked his human. Finally, Grantham reveals the truth to his buddy. I went to the pet store, and there were shelter kittens, so I picked one up, Grantham admits. Clyde is overjoyed with the news, so much so, in fact, that he starts jumping around again. With Clyde's wish come true, Grantham takes him to meet the new fur baby. The video is hilarious, and Clyde is adorable, but there's also a lovely message behind the entertainment. The movement was established to promote the practice of adopting pets, rather than getting them from a breeder. Rather appropriately, the message at the end of the video was, "Pets need a pal to talk to." If anything can convince future pet owners to adopt rather than buy, it's Grantham and the adorable Clyde. Not only do rescue animals show unconditional love to their humans, they deserve a second chance to be happy.